Hi everyone, my name is Khaled with KINETIQ, and today I want to talk to you about another common problem that we see when we talk to operations leaders, and that is that your planning tool is only as good as the data feeding it, and for most people, that data isn't high quality or timely enough for their team to get what they need out of it. And so we've worked with folks where their current situation sounds a little like this. By the time they built their plan, the data and the business has actually already moved on. And so they'll have situations where their ERP is reflecting what was done as of the last sync, what was true as of the last time they ran a batch job, not what's actually going on right now. Their shop floor data stays on the floor. They don't necessarily have it all available to the team in near real time. And it's rarely connected to the planning layer where they're actually making decisions. Supplier signals or early warning signals arrive too late and they're entered manually after the fact. And the folks who are doing the planning, they have to assemble the best picture they can from the data that's available. And by the time they've done that, the plan is already degrading the moment it's built. And this is a huge challenge because it does impact the business and the P&L itself because you end up paying for that down the road. Number one, important decisions are made on a picture that is days old or even older. Scenarios are built on assumptions that don't really reflect the current supplier or shop floor reality. The planning cycle actually consumes a lot of time that should go towards decision making as opposed to just reconciling data and chasing information down. And when that information turns out to be wrong, the root cause is often the data infrastructure itself, and the planning team are the folks who pay the cost for it. So better planning tools are often evaluated as the first solution here, where actually the underlying data is the real issue that needs to be solved first. Now, what does it look like when you solve this problem is, well, number one, you have a plan that is built on what is happening now, today in the business, with live inputs on supplier data, the shop floor status, inventory that is reflected in your planning layer where you're actually making these decisions. You can build scenarios on data you trust with information that is happening now, not yesterday or last week's snapshot. You can have a connected starting point that builds a current picture of the entire operation, not just a manual assembly job of different data snapshots. And you can make adjustments. Of course, you'll need to when conditions change with a position of visibility and transparency as opposed to chasing that information down the road. Finally, of course, you spend time on making decisions, not questioning whether the data inputs that went into those decisions are current or correct. And so people go on a journey when they are making this transformation and they're going from stale inputs to a connected planning solution. What that looks like is number one, folks are starting today from, of course, a position of good discipline. They have the right tools, but their data layer is always one step behind. The inputs are quietly undermining your process and your tools, no matter how good your team is at leveraging those. And then number two, you're trying to get to a stage where your planning and your operational data are all connected in one place so that you're making decisions on what's happening now, not what happened yesterday or what was true a few days ago. And so folks trying to figure out how to get started with this usually work with us to set up a blueprint where we create a focused diagnostic to identify where stale data is creating the most exposure in your planning process today. We help you quantify that impact and figure out where you should prioritize your investment. And we define the architecture and roadmap to get you a connected planning and data layer that will serve your team's needs. So if this is the type of issue you're dealing with today, you can check out the QR code or the link below to get in contact with our team, and we'll work with you to figure out where to get started.